Welcome, everybody, to our product launch for Haagen-Dazs, partnered with General Mills for our Kopi Coffee Swirl, where we are cold, creamy, and caffeinated. I am Bowen. I am the group coordinator. I have with me Madison, Kaylee, Slava, and Nathan. Please enjoy our presentation.
We at General Mills seek to dive deeper to the Singapore market. Our goal is to connect culturally relevant flavor to the premium ice cream brand that is Haagen-Dazs, doing so by introducing our new flavor, Kopi Coffee Swirl. By doing this, our mission is to not only attract a specific audience, but to also strengthen our brand loyalty and continue to remain at the forefront of the ice cream market in Southeast Asia. Our target market is women aged 31 to 40 living in Singapore. This group typically leads fast paced, demanding lifestyles, whether that is for mom life, work life, or a mix of both. But this allows them for limited free time, which naturally makes them frequent at home snackers. And importantly for our product, they are not particularly health conscious, so they are open to richer and more indulgent treats. Because of the disposable income that is rising in Singapore, this demographic has the spending power to choose higher priced premium products. They appreciate quality, they trust well established brands, and they're willing to pay more for something that truly feels luxurious. They're also very active on social media and tend to be influenced by what others are enjoying or recommending. This sharing culture can drive organic buzz around new flavors, especially ones that feel culturally relevant or unique. Overall, this intended market is looking for indulgence, but in a way that doesn't make them feel guilty or excessive. That's exactly where our mini cup format and our premium Kopi inspired flavor have a strong advantage. So, because of this, our product concept is a premium coffee infused ice cream inspired by Singapore's well known Kopi coffee, as we wanted to create something that truly reflects the authentic and local flavor profile of Singapore. The ice cream features bold, aromatic coffee notes paired with a thick caramel swirl to add a hint of texture and sweetness. It's indulgent but adds a comforting aspect to those who enjoy traditional Kopi coffee. We're offering it in 100 milliliter mini cups, which makes it the perfect guilt-free quick treat, so you can get all the richness and satisfaction without feeling like you've overindulged. To tie everything together, we've designed a special edition Kopi packaging that celebrates Singapore's Kopi culture. Regarding the economy and demographics in Singapore, Singapore represents a highly attractive market for our product for several reasons. First, Singapore has a higher GDP per capita compared to the US, which means consumers there have strong purchasing power and are willing to spend more on premium products. And with the country's economy expected to continue to grow over the next decade, this purchasing power will only strengthen. In terms of market size, the snack food sector in Singapore is substantial. Revenue is meeting roughly 424 million US dollars in 2025, with volume expected to grow by over 4% in 2026. This shows a clear upward trend in consumer snacking behavior, particularly for convenient at-home indulgences. Another key factor is that Singapore imports roughly 90% of its food supply. This makes consumers highly receptive to trusted international brands like Haagen-Dazs, which already have strong brand recognition and credibility in the region. Looking at the population, Singapore has approximately 6 million residents. Women make up just over half of that, with about 3 million, and roughly 10% of that makes our target demographic of females aged 31 to 40. This gives us a significant and clearly defined audience with both the interest and the spending ability to adopt our product. Altogether, these factors highlight a strong market opportunity and reinforce why Singapore is an ideal test market for Haagen-Dazs Kopi Coffee Swirl.
Ice cream market and market opportunity in Singapore. Singapore's ice cream market reached 150 million USD in 2024. Cultural attachment to coffee and authentic coffee flavors. Many people, especially those in Singapore, prefer snacking as it is a time saver and way to unwind. Limited products on the market for local inspired coffee based premium ice cream.
Starting with strengths, Haagen-Dazs already has a premium brand reputation, and everything they make uses high quality ingredients. which fits perfectly with our Kopi-based product. On top of that, Haagen-Dazs has 100% consumer awareness in Singapore. So we're not building a new brand, we're plugging a new flavor into an audience that already knows and trusts us. For weaknesses, our biggest gap is online marketing. The main engagement platform in Singapore is TikTok, and Haagen-Dazs Singapore page only has 17 followers compared to the 103K on the US page. So there's a disconnect between brand strength and digital presence that we'll need to address if we want to launch to scale. Moving to opportunities, Singapore has a strong cafe culture, and Kopi is a core part of daily life. That gives us collaboration potential with local cafes, influencers, or lifestyle brands to push this flavor into the mainstream. On top of that, 80% of Singaporeans buy groceries online, so our distribution can blow up quickly if we position it well on delivery platforms. Finally, the threats. Kopi has a real ethical concern. A large portion of Kopi production globally still involves civet farms, which are considered unethical. That creates reputation risk if consumers question sourcing. And beyond that, there are a lot of alternative premium coffee profiles like Gaio, Bali, and Torja that are more ethical and could compete directly with our flavor.
Now, consumer insights and main points. Starting off, this ice cream is the at home treat. This is for women who are seeking an easy, high quality snack for personal indulgence. As for market gap, this is limited availability in the ice cream market, which offers authentic Kopi taste. For desire, consumers want localized flavors that feel premium but familiar, and that's exactly what our ice cream is offering. And lastly, need. The audience has a more mature taste for refined and rich flavors and not overly sweet ones, which is why we are perfectly aiming our target demographic with this Kopi ice cream. Value proportion. Starting off, Haagen-Dazs is a very well established and trusted brand all around the world and specifically in Singapore. So there would be no need to create brand recognition. We would just be ready to launch our ice cream. Moving on to why we chose a 100 milliliter cup. It is perfect for our target audience, which is time-pressed consumers looking for a portion-controlled, guilt-free snack ready to enjoy at any time. Next, it offers an authentic, sophisticated Kopi flavor, not offered anywhere else. And lastly, connects an iconic local flavor, Kopi, and a reputable global premium name, Haagen-Dazs again, and a very well-established coffee in Singapore, Kopi, and we're mixing the best of both worlds.
Competitive landscape. Direct global competitors are Ben & Jerry's, Baskin-Robbins, Breyer, Bluebell, Magnum, and other premium ice cream brands. Local competitors would be artisanal, gelato shops, and specialty caps. Haagen-Dazs differentiation. Strong brand trust and premium brand positioning, ultra premium ingredients, a large presence across Asia, successful local adoptions like matcha and other black sesame flavors, and providing a competitive edge in the integrated coffee flavor.
For our pricing strategy, we started by looking at the baseline. In the US, Haagen-Dazs mini cups usually retail around $1.99 at stores like King Soopers. But Kopi coffee changes everything. Kopi beans are extremely expensive to source and roast. A standard 60 kilogram bag runs about $100 per kilogram, which puts that bag cost at 6 grand compared to the typical $750 for a coffee bean bag. We break that down to the actual cost per cup. A traditional coffee mini cup uses about 3 cents worth of coffee. With Kopi, that jumps up to about 25 cents per cup. That's more than an 8 times increase in just the coffee input alone. Because of that, our retail price naturally adjusts upwards. Instead of our $1.99, our mini cup will be closer to about $3 USD. Convert for Singapore, that comes out to 390 SGD on shelves. Now, yes, that is a high price for a mini cup, but it aligns with Haagen-Dazs's brand. Consumers in the age bracket of 31 to 40 are absolutely willing to pay a premium for indulgence, especially when it's tied to authentic local flavors and high quality ingredients. This product fits that positioning perfect. All right, so here's how our distribution looks for Singapore. First, Haagen-Dazs operates with one sole distributor in Singapore, and it's fully run by General Mills. Their facility sits on the southern part of the island, and it's only about an 11-minute drive from the port, which helps keep imports and cold chain logistics tight. Next, our retail presence. Haagen-Dazs only has one physical store in Singapore, but that store is right in the heart of downtown, near hotels, tourist traffic, and popular local hangout spots. That makes it the perfect flagship location to launch this new Kopi Coffee Swirl Mini Cup and build buzz around it. For grocery distribution, General Mills already has strong partnerships with two major players, Fair Price and CS Fresh. Fair Price has 230 locations across the country, and CS Fresh adds another 48. Both chains have reliable cold storage capacity, so stocking and rotating our ice cream is easy. These two alone give us wide national coverage. And finally, online, which is arguably our strongest channel. About 80% of Singaporeans shop for groceries online, so platforms like Fair Price Online, GrabMart, and Redmart are going to be critical. This is where our mini cups can scale the fastest, especially for convenience driven consumers. Overall, distribution is already built. We're just plugging in a new product into a strong system.
For our entry strategy, Haagen-Dazs needs strong control over branding, product quantity, distribution, and pricing, especially since we're testing a specific flavor like coffee. Speed matters, but so does staying compliant with Singapore's standards and regulations. Looking at the joint venture option, the pros are fast access to local distribution networks, existing retailer relationships, and the ability to split costs for marketing and logistics. The downside is shared profit and the risk of disagreements on product, positioning, or promotions. With direct exporting, Haagen-Dazs keeps full control over taste, quantity, and branding. It's simple, low risk, and ideal for testing a new flavor. The only challenge is shipping costs and relying on local importers. Overall, a joint venture scales faster, but direct exporting gives Haagen-Dazs the cleanliness, low risk way to launch Kopi Coffee Swirl.
Integrated promotion strategy. Right off the bat, we'd start with central campaign theme, or our slogan, I should say, which is cold, creamy, and caffeinated. This perfectly represents our Kopi ice cream flavor. Moving on to in-store activation, we would have limited edition freezer decorations that perfectly represent the ice cream and invite customers to purchase. And we would also have sampling stations allowing people to try the ice cream and again intrigue them into purchasing the ice cream. And lastly, digital activation. We would partner up with female influencers, specifically in Singapore. Some examples of these females are listed on the slide. And we would also have, of course, post and have hashtags to get the word around about our limited Kopi ice cream.
And now we'll actually get into the marketing mix for our product, for our Haagen-Dazs mini cups Kopi Coffee Swirl. Our expected release price is going to be $3.90 in Singaporean currency. And obviously, Singapore is where we will initially run as a test market, and we'll continue to promote our product with in-store activation. We'll have limited edition freezer decorations. We'll set up sampling stations, do some digital activation marketing along with social media campaigns in support. And we'll also incorporate some partnerships with Singaporean female lifestyle influencers, because who doesn't like ice cream more than women, right? And we'll continue to the implementation plan. And after we obtain all the necessary approvals in order to have our launch, uh, we've obviously prepared and coordinate production, distribution, and in-store and our in-store activation program. And this product will launch on a 4-week pilot program, um, after which we will reevaluate and reassess our product and marketing performance and determine whether or not it's good enough for expansion. And we'll finally get into our revenue projections and expected outcomes. On a conservative basis, revenue in total over $2 million with just under $2 million in profits. Um, and on an optimistic scale, that goes well over $6 million for revenue and over $4 million in profit. Um, Definitely expect a good launch, and looking forward to assessing our performance. Thank you so much, and I'll let my colleagues take over.
So to wrap it all up, Haagen-Dazs combined with Singapore's Kopi culture gives us strong cultural relevance right out of the gate. This flavor isn't random, it fits directly into something Singaporeans already love. It's also a perfect match for indulgent at-home snacking, which is exactly how our 31 to 40-year-old target consumers like to enjoy premium desserts. Our market entry strategy is balanced. We're using existing distribution, existing brand awareness, and existing cafe culture momentum. That lets us launch fast with very limited risk. And finally, if this flavor works in Singapore, there's real upside. We can expand it regionally across Southeast Asia and even use it as a global limited time flavor in other markets. It has that kind of potential. So overall, this is a culturally aligned, low risk, high upside product launch.